you're going to divide each category by the total number of people. Okay? So for basketball, we have 20 people who selected basketball as their favorite sport. So we're going to divide that number by the total amount, which is 80 students, and we're going to get our decimal, 0.25. 20 divided by 80. For football, 32 selected that as being their favorite sport. Now we're going to divide that by the total number of participants in the survey, again, which is 80. This equaling 0.4. 0.40. Now for soccer, 28 students selected it as being their favorite sport. Again, we're going to divide that number by the total number of participants, which is 80, and that is going to be 0.35. For the total, it's going to be 80 divided by 80, which is 1. Anything divided by itself is always 1. Okay, now part B says rewrite the relative frequency table using percents instead of decimals. Okay, so 0.25 will convert to 25%. 0.40 will convert to 40%. And 0.35 will convert to 35%. The total being 1, which is 100%. Now, think about what the numerator means in each of these relative frequencies. Okay, so the numerator being 20 for basketball. What does that mean? What does the numerator mean? What does the denominator mean? Well, the numerator means how many people selected that certain category. So 20 people selected basketball. What does the denominator mean? Denominator is the total number of participants. Okay, so you're going to need to know that when you start doing these relative frequencies on your own. Okay, so now that you have watched the obesity video and knowing that you need to create your survey, okay, again, you're going to create a survey based on whatever you'd like involving obesity. So for example, you can select something like how many times do you exercise physically per day or per week. You can put, for per day, you can put none. You can put 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and 60 minutes. And you can see what all these people select. Okay? And then you're going to put that category divided by the number of participants, however many people you have. Okay? But let's continue to go over relative frequency. Okay, I'm going to have you guys do one on your own. Let's look at it. Okay, so let me erase this. So Miley performed a survey of students in the lunch line and recorded which type of fruit each student selected along with the gender of each student. The 2 variable frequency data she collected is shown in the table. So she divided this into gender and which fruit they selected. And then at the end is the total. Okay, so here's your table. Now what I want you guys to do is to conduct the relative frequency of the gender and which fruit she selected. So on your paper and on your note-taking guide, go ahead and complete this table. Now that you guys have completed this table, let's find out what the relative frequency of each of these categories are. Okay? So, for apple, for the girls that selected apple, we're going to do 16, since that's how many girls selected it, divided by the total amount. So it's going to be 16 divided by 92, which equals 17.4%. It's already written there for you. Okay, so you're going to continue to do this for each one, for each girl. For each fruit. Okay, so 10 girls selected banana out of 92 people. 10 divided by 92 is 10.9%. Oranges, 14 selected out of 92, which equals 15.2%. total being 40 girls selected these fruits. So that's going to be 40 divided by 92, which equals 43.5%. Now let's do it for the boys that selected this. Boys that selected an apple is 25 out of 92, which equals 27.2%. It's already there for you. 13 boys selected banana. We divide that by total participants, and that is going to be 14.1%. Orange, 14 boys selected it. Divided by the number of participants, 14 divided by 92 is 15.2%. And the total number of boys is 52 divided by 92, which equals 56.5%. Okay, now the total number of people who selected apple is 41 divided by 92, which equals 44.6%. Total number of people who selected bananas, 23 divided by 92 equals 25%. Total number of people who selected orange between the girls and the boys is 28 divided by 92 equals 30.4%. And the total number of people is 92 divided by 92. 92. Let's move this up a little bit. 92 divided by 92, which is 100%. Okay, that's the total number of people, total number of participants, which is 92 divided by 92. Okay, so this is how you would create and conduct a relative frequency table. So again, you're going to create your surveys in class, and you're going to analyze your data using relative frequency. And then also the next concept that we're going to be going over in the next video, which is mean, median, mode, range, and histograms to organize your data. Okay? So make sure that you're prepared for class and know all these mathematical concepts so that we can create our surveys and then we can conduct all this analyzation using all these mathematical concepts. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you guys understood the video and are prepared for class tomorrow, and we're going to be starting our project. Have a good night.